You're driving down the highway feeling good about your electric vehicle purchase when suddenly your accelerator pedal gets stuck to the floor. Or worse, your car just loses power completely and you're stranded like a sitting duck in traffic. Sounds like a nightmare, right? Well, if you're thinking about buying a used Tesla, this could be your reality, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why dropping $30, $40, even $50,000 on an older Tesla might be the worst financial decision you'll make this year. But before we dive into this automotive disaster, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, because what I'm about to reveal will save you from a financial headache that could cost you thousands in repairs and leave you questioning every choice you've ever made. Hey, this is Mark, and you're welcome to AUTOSAYS. So here's where things get interesting, and trust me, you're going to want to hear this because Consumer Reports just dropped a bombshell that's sending shockwaves through the used car market. They tested 26 different car brands, focusing on models between 5 and 10 years old, the sweet spot where most people shop for used cars to save money, and guess who came in dead last? Tesla. Not second to last, not in the bottom 5, literally dead last in reliability, and get this, they're trailing the top spot by over 40 points on a scale of 0 to 100. Think about that for a second. While Lexus is crushing it with a score of 77 and Toyota following close behind with 73, Tesla is so far behind it's like they're not even playing the same game. The Japanese automakers Mazda, Honda, and Acura are all comfortably sitting in the top 5 with scores between 53 and 58, living their best reliable lives. But Tesla, they're in a league of their own, and not in a good way. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Mark, maybe older Teslas have some quirks, but surely their newer models are better, right? Wrong. Let me tell you about the Cybertruck, that angular beast Elon Musk promised would be apocalypse-proof and capable of stopping bullets. Here's a fun fact that'll make your jaw drop. It's been recalled 10 times in just 2 years of being on the market. 10 times! That's basically once every 2.5 months. And spoiler alert, it's also not actually bulletproof, despite what you were told. But wait, it gets worse, and this is where your wallet should start sweating. In March, Tesla had to recall nearly every single Cybertruck ever sold because, and I'm not making this up, the stainless steel body panels could literally fly off while you're driving because they used cheap glue to hold them together. Imagine cruising down the interstate and your truck starts shedding parts like a snake shedding skin, except way more expensive and infinitely more dangerous. What kind of quality control are we talking about here when a vehicle that costs more than most people's annual salary can't even keep its body panels attached? But that's just scratching the surface of this reliability catastrophe, because the Cybertruck has faced recalls for losing power while driving, which is absolutely terrifying when you think about it. You're merging onto a busy highway and boom, no power. You're basically driving a very expensive paperweight at that point. Then there's the recall for the accelerator pedal getting stuck in the down position, which is the kind of thing that keeps safety engineers up at night and should definitely keep your insurance company very concerned. And if you think this is just Consumer Reports being harsh, think again, because Edmunds, one of the most respected car testing sites and marketplaces in the industry, had a Cybertruck literally break down in the middle of their test, leaving their reviewers stranded in a parking lot like they just bought a 15-year-old beater from a shady dealer instead of a brand new electric truck that cost 6 figures. The question you need to ask yourself is this: if these are the problems with Tesla's newest, supposedly most advanced vehicle, what nightmares are waiting for you in a 5 to 10-year-old Model S or Model X? Here's the brutal financial reality that nobody talks about when they're swooning over Tesla's tech features and fancy autopilot systems. When you buy a used car with terrible reliability scores, you're not just buying a vehicle, you're buying a ticking bomb of repair bills that'll drain your bank account faster than you can say depreciation. Sure, that used Tesla might seem like a steal at 30 grand compared to its original $60,000 price tag, but when you're facing multiple recalls, potential battery replacements that cost $15,000 to $20,000, and repair shops that charge premium rates because Tesla parts aren't exactly sitting on shelves everywhere, that bargain suddenly looks like a financial trap. The resale value? Forget about it. Who's going to want to buy your problem-prone Tesla when word gets out that Consumer Reports ranked them dead last in reliability? You'll be lucky to get half of what you paid, and that's if you can find a buyer willing to take the risk. Compare that to buying a used Lexus or Toyota, where you know you're getting a vehicle that'll run for another 100,000 miles without breaking a sweat, holds its value like gold, and won't leave you stranded in a parking lot wondering why you didn't just buy something reliable. The smart money isn't chasing the electric dream with a used Tesla. It's investing in proven reliability from brands that have spent decades earning their reputation instead of spending decades promising features that'll come next year through a software update. So before you hand over your hard-earned cash for that sleek used Tesla with the fancy touchscreen and lucrative mode, ask yourself this: is saving a few $1,000s up front worth the risk of spending double that in repairs and dealing with the stress of never knowing when your car might just decide to quit on you? Because according to Consumer Reports, Edmunds, and basically everyone who's actually testing these vehicles objectively, the answer is a resounding no, and your financial future will thank you for choosing reliability over the hype.